You good to go?
I'm good to go.
Happy with the camera and everything? Angle?
Delighted. I mean, there's no saving this. There you go. That's brilliant, isn't it? I've been lifting heavy.
Yeah, you have. Muscle mommy.
Thank you. I wasn't even fishing for that compliment. Thank you
Fishing
so
for
much.
a lot of compliments today.
I love validation. I work alone every single day. So like the minute I see someone, I'm like, do you think I look good? Do you think my work is going well? Do you think I'm funny? Do you think I'm funny, or should I quit my whole tour? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes my parents will call me at like 5 p.m. They're my only friends, and I'll realize I haven't actually used my voice all day.
Oh my god, this always happens.
Okay,
to me.
good.
And I'm like, God, it's really nice to just speak out loud.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It's the little
but
things.
then sometimes I'll just catch myself just like talking away to my cat, just so that I can vocalize.
Yeah,
something.
I did that as well. I have a lot of Harry Potter classroom ambience on. Fuck Harry Potter, fuck J.K. Rowling. But at the same time, the Hogwarts classroom ambience is really good for getting work done. And then I'm going to stop right there, actually, in case I'm diagnosed with something. And then I will speak as well.
I guess we've started, but hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Here for the Crack with me, Emma Neal. I've got a very special guest today. We've got Rachel Galvo on the podcast.
It's me.
Oh my god, I have no voice.
Yeah, you're fucked. You're absolutely fucked. So guys, I'm going to be taking over today's podcast, and Emma's going to step aside. She's going to step outside and taste the Spotify snacks.
Oh, yeah, I'll help myself to the fridge.
Oh, we already rinsed them. Rinsed them dry.
I was at Beyonce last night, hence the voice. It's actually a miracle I've got a voice, so you know what? You should be grateful.
I saw your Instagram stories like screaming. Songs.
My only saving grace is that I actually don't know a huge amount of this album that she was touring for.
The Cowboy Carter?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it so much.
No, I love it, but I don't know it word for word.
I agree.
Yeah.
So some of them aren't as catchy.
They're not like, I don't know, other Beyonce songs, it's like I can listen to it on repeat and just like pick up the words like there and then and just be singing along. Do you know? It's not really
They're more
like
repetitive.
that.
There's like a verse, chorus, whereas this is a little woo.
Yeah, it's a bit all over the place. It's a really fun album to dance to. So it like, because the vibes were just good the entire time, it actually didn't matter that I didn't know the words. I was just like dancing. But yeah, that's my only saving grace, is that I wasn't singing along to the entire thing.
Okay.
But when the songs came on that were my, when Diva came on, oh dear God, was I
Tell
screaming.
me this one thing now. Were the children involved?
Yes, Blue Ivy's one of her dancers.
I understand, but every single night? Or like, are they, is that child labour?
Well, she doesn't do like back-to-back nights.
Okay.
So I think she's done 4 or 5 nights over the course of 2 weeks in London.
Okay.
But like, yeah, Blue Ivy is full on like a backup dancer, like her main
gorgeous,
girl.
isn't she?
Oh my God, she's
So
stunning.
talented.
She looks like like Beyonce now too. Because for a while she really was Jay-Z's double.
Don't go there. I am not offending a baby's face.
No, not at all.
She did. She looked
But
exactly
she
like
looked
Jay-Z.
like her father's daughter, whereas now she is a mini Beyonce.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, yeah.
And then at one point, Rumi comes on stage when she's singing Protector. And like, that was weird in fairness, because I was like, that's a little 8-year-old child just like looking out into the arena, and she seemed really overwhelmed. She was kind of looking around like, what's going on, mommy?
It's a bit showy. Isn't
Yeah. But then there was like a really sweet moment, like she looks up at her and you're just like, oh, that's just her mum. Like that's Beyonce to us, but that's just her mum.
I know.
And that's crazy.
Beyonce, if you're listening, we're happy to replace Rumi and Blue Ivy in the next few shows if they're tired.
But I did feel like a proud mum saying Blue Ivy. Like, did you ever see the videos of her when she first started being on stage?
Yeah,
and she
she
was
was
so shy
stiff,
and like a bit stiff and just like not confident in herself. And now she is slaying the house down boots.
I know, she really does come alive on stage, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah. What was your plan? What were you up to last night?
Last night I had a big OCD flare up and I cried myself to sleep. Thank you so much for asking. And what else? I watched an episode of Overcompensating, and I did my accounts for my accountant for my tax bills.
Oh, that's a really fun evening.
Mm-hmm.
How does your OCD present itself?
Oh, well, I can't talk about it in case I get arrested. But basically, it started when I was 7. I only got diagnosed when I was 18. But looking back, it makes so much sense. Like, if I ever saw, like, that there was, like, murders in the newspaper or whatever, I'd be like, oh, God, it's so sad. Like, imagine I murdered someone. And they'd be like, oh, my God, like, what if I murdered someone? Or something like that. Like, I would, don't laugh, you fucking bitch. And then what else? Like,
no, sometimes I do get that though, where you're watching like a documentary and you're like, what if that just happened to me? What if I did that?
Or like, for a long period, it was like when I first discovered what schizophrenia was. And it was like, you know, people imagine and see things. Then I was like, am I actually seeing those people or is it my imagination? And like everyone has those little thoughts, but with OCD, it could be like for like 7 to 15 years.
Okay.
A little bit debilitating, 100%. But we're here. It's brought me humor.
Did you ever go to therapy about it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, they say comics are the
Saddest people in the world. No.
the most mentally unwell people.
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
I honestly just think that without tooting my own horn, I think you have to have a certain like you have to think a lot about things in order to make jokes about things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that like it has a positive side and a negative side. So when I'm thinking about lots of things and I'm in a like dark place, it's not great. But when I'm in a positive place and my brain's going 100 miles an hour, then I can write sketches, write scripts, like, you know.
Lots of ideas coming to you. Yeah.
So when I'm great, I'm great. And when it's bad, it's not great. But I know that the great times will come again.
Yeah. Just lots of highs and lows.
Yeah.
Never very stable.
No, I'm not a very stable
I'm
person.
not a very stable person either.
Good.
I've had like quite a stable year for me though.
Congrats.
Yeah, which feels weird to say.
Okay. Why do you think that is?
I think it's not being in a toxic relationship. I think it's being in a healthy, loving relationship has really. I don't have that pull of like that men can really make you spiral.
Make you crazy, can't
Yeah,
they?
can send you so insane.
I've been seeing on your Instagram, etc., your gorgeous little boyfriend. Tell me how long you've been together.
2 years.
Okay.
2 years this summer. Yeah.
How'd you meet?
We met in a pub in Belfast.
That's really
the
cute.
old school way. Not on an app.
Organically.
Yeah,
We met organically.
IRL.
Literally.
Are you on dating apps in London?
I'm not. I am sort of seeing someone.
Are you?
Yes, but again with the OCD anxiety, like I just have such a history of like every relationship being so toxic.
Yeah.
So and this guy is like the nicest guy in the world. Like there is no, I don't think, any red
bone in
flags.
his body.
But not a toxic bone in his body.
Yeah.
Not a toxic bone in his body.
Sometimes you're like, give me something.
100.
Like-
As in, like I'm freaking out over everything now, and my attachment style is just like anxious avoidant because I associate like being in a relationship with just being mentally unwell.
Yeah.
So like the smallest thing, I can't even think of one bad thing he's done. They're like, I just don't know, I just don't think we're compatible. And I'd be like, I think you're having a bad day, like you should go to sleep. Like this happened last night and I was like fully spiraling and he's on holidays and he was like, I think you'll feel better tomorrow. And I'm just like, this man's patience is so fucking nice. It's usually like in the healthiest of like relationships as well. We're definitely not in a relationship. Ew. Obviously not. But just like doubt, anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I think when you get someone that's like that doesn't rise to your bullshit, it really like almost puts a mirror back to you to be like, Jesus, I need to deal with this.
I am the problem.
Yeah.
Like he like does not get. I know I can get crazy cuckoo and like, you know, just make up the weirdest of like hypothetical situations.
Yeah.
And he's just like, okay, I think you need to chill. And then I'm like, oh my God, I do need to chill.
Yeah.
It's actually like really refreshing. Whereas before people be like, you trying to start a fight, like this, that, and I think I'm a little bit addicted to that.
I was so addicted to that for a while.
Yeah.
Going from like something that was so crazy, so many fights, so my nervous system was just so out of whack, to then something so calm and healthy and loving. I was like, am I bored? Like, what's going on?
100%.
Yeah.
And it's like, ew, ick, he likes me. And it's just like, that's not normal to me. Like, I am used to like literally being like, did that person view my story? Oh my God, they told me, you know, they want to marry me one day and then ignored me for 6 months. That's amazing. Like, and liking that game.
Yeah.
That it's like, when something is healthy and someone actually likes me, I think it's a self-esteem issue because it's like, how could someone like me, you know?
Yeah. But once you get off that train and you do get used to the stability, you're like, God, I don't know how I actually dealt with that in my life. Like, I don't know how I managed to do anything else. Your brain is so consumed by that when you're in the cycle of it.
I know. I think there's also such a narrative now about like, you know, you're in your 20s and never settle for anything. Like, this is a time to be selfish. So it's like, at what point do you say, I don't know, it's just so funny, isn't it? It's like, don't settle for anything, and once one thing pisses you off, like, let that man go or whatever. But it's like, also, what is compromise? I don't know, it's just all very confusing.
Yeah. I feel like the word, like our parents' generation loved to throw around compromise a lot. But like, to me, compromising and settling are very different
Right.
things. You know, settling is like for a standard that is not my hungover brain right now.
No, I know
swear
exactly
to
what you
God.
mean. I know exactly
Whereas
what you mean.
compromising is like, you want to do this thing, I want to do that. Where can we meet in the middle? Do you know?
Yeah. I just think like I, for years, have been like, that little thing, no, because I'm so happy in my life right now and like everything is, thank God, going so well that I'm like, don't want any distractions. But then it's also like, when I'm not, like, I would probably like to be in a relationship. Like, I think I probably deserve to
Oh yeah, 100%.
be loved and love. You know, share my fruit of my loins with someone. It's nice to have sex. It is nice to have sex.
And so, sorry, let's rewind a bit. Let's rewind here. So, I saw you doing your Shite Feminist
Yes.
show in Belfast,
Yeah.
which was amazing.
It's so funny you say that. I was saying to you earlier, like, it's probably one of the worst shows I've ever done, because it was like maybe the third or fourth night of, I was driving around the country with my mother.
Yeah, is she
momager.
like your agent?
Unpaid, correct. I have about 4 agents and she still decides to do it all. I'm like, it's honestly fine. She's like, oh no, don't be ridiculous. But then like, I'm like, no, seriously, Mum, you don't have to. And then she does something and she's like, you're welcome. I'm like, thank you. But my whole show, The Shite Feminist, coming to the Edinburgh Fringe and going on UK tour, thank you so much, is it's about Catholic school and growing up in Catholic school. So I always open the show with being like, you know, put your hand up if you're an Irish Catholic. And someone in the audience at Belfast goes, we don't talk about that here. And I was like, oh, fuck of my life. Fuck of my life.
I'm
What
about to
am
go
I
on an
supposed to talk
hour-long
about?
spiel about
100%.
Catholicism.
And Aaron literally, like, I didn't really think about that. That was a little bit like, you know, mea culpa. But it was fine.
I feel like people know you. They know what they're getting into. Surely you can get away with that.
Yeah, and maybe I just felt a little bit anxious about it. Like, oh my God, privileged little fucking, you know, I don't know, Republic of Ireland girl coming up and not being sensitive to the Northern Irish history. I don't know. I just started spiraling. How many times have I said the word spiraling? I don't know.
So now you are. So it's still the Shite Feminist show that you're doing at the Fringe.
Yeah, when I got
love
signed
that.
with I literally just got signed with PBJ, like a comedy agency in the UK that I'm really, really happy with.
Congrats.
Thank you so much. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to write a new show.
I thought no, because I heard you say this, and I was like, no, you're crazy for that. You need to keep rinsing this.
Yes,
until,
well, that's exactly what they said. And they were
Yeah.
like, why? And I was like, oh, I just feel like loads of people have seen it. Like, it feels like over 10,000 people have probably seen it. And they were like, in Ireland. Like, no one in the UK knows who you are. No offense, you little bitch. And I was like, oh my God, no one in the UK knows who I am. And they're like, yeah, there's these places like Bath and Bristol and places that aren't London.
Okay.
I was like, okay, correct.
So
So I'm going back with like a whole team this year, which is crazy.
a whole team.
Oh my God, Emma. So last year I did it, like, literally I was in an office job in May and my friend Alexis was like, yeah, we're going to the Fringe. It's going to be so fun. My gay sign. My friend Alexis was like, we're going to the Fringe. It's going to be so fun. Just apply. Doesn't matter. Literally spent all my like communion money, confirmation money, savings, daddy's money, and paid for like literally I had nothing left in my savings and paid for accommodation and this theatre. Went up with no director, no tech person, no producer, no anything. I didn't know how the Fringe worked and I just went up with my mum for like 2 weeks.
And performed.
And
But what made you want to actually just perform in the first place? Like, why was that even an idea in your head?
in my life we're at the Fringe.
No, like when you said you were going to the Fringe, I thought you meant as a spectator. Like,
Last
why
year.
was that in your head to?
It's just, well, I went to acting school.
Uh-huh.
I've always wanted to act and perform. I did a little bit of comedy at this like little festival one day and someone filmed it and it went online, and because I had a bit of a social media following, a production company in Ireland called me and they said like, would you like to put on a show, a longer version of this show in the Sugar Club? And then when it went on, like that morning at 9 a.m. I went to refresh it and it was like not working and people were like, oh my God, your page is broken, but it had just sold out at like 9. I know, it was crazy.
Oh my God.
So then I was like, okay, maybe I could try this and quit my job. Well, I didn't quit my job till I'd sold a few shows, but then I thought it would be a really good experience for me to do the Fringe first before I start doing these shows. 'Cause
Right,
they were scheduled
okay.
for like
So you'd
September,
already sold
October.
these shows.
There are people who grew up with like dreams of going to the Fringe and like know exactly what is involved in it, and I didn't have a clue.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I did because it was like really fucking hard. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
bet.
really, really hard. And it's like mentally draining and exhausting. And, you know, you get pulled up and kicked back down and slapped
Yeah.
all around and you do the hokey pokey. So this year it's just, I'm so excited. Like I have passes to the different like places that you can go in and speak with other artists. And I also like I had no friends. I don't really have any comedian friends. I'm starting to get to know them, but I knew nobody.
I imagine it's quite a small enough like circle.
Yeah, but I think you have to penetrate it. Excuse my use of language. I think there has
They're
to
not
be a
very
way you can get in.
welcoming.
No. They are. I'm sure they are. I've just never met them.
Oh, right, okay.
I've just never met them because I just got so lucky with selling out my own shows that I never had to do the comedy circuit, which is where you get to know other people, and like you'd each do 10, 15 minutes and you'd be on it on a show the same night, and that's how you'd like
you got to skip
come
all
up
that.
with somebody. Yeah. So I got to skip that, which is really, really nice, but it's also I missed like the community.
Yeah.
So it's very lonely. But I'm hoping that's what I'm really going to work on this year. And like my PR team and stuff, so weird saying that, but they're like have a focus on me meeting other comedians for drinks and coffee and stuff. So it's going to be busy, but I'm so excited.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I really can't wait.
I really want to go to the Fringe this year. I've never been.
Stay with me. Is that weird? Obviously, like not in my room or anything, but like in the hallway.
No, I've always wanted to, and like everyone says, just don't go at the weekends because it can be a bit hellish.
Don't go
how
at the
busy
weekends.
it
Yeah,
is.
if you can go in the weekdays, it's a magical place.
Yeah, but it's so hard to get accommodation and everything.
If I told you how much my accommodation was costing this year, like you would actually curl up and die.
Really? I've never been to Edinburgh.
Oh, I was supposed to do my master's in Edinburgh before I got into acting college.
What was your master's going to be in?
Law and finance.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know why. I really wanted like people to take me seriously and think I was smart. I don't know why.
You obviously are smart if you made it that far, but like I just can't see you sit like I can't see you in an office job. It's so wild to me that you actually had an office job.
I think because I grew up funny, I was always worried that people didn't think I was smart or something.
Okay.
Like you couldn't be both. So I like kind of went above and beyond sometimes to prove like I can also like read a book. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I was in my office job, literally it was just like 6 months, but they used to get tickets to West End shows. I was telling you earlier. And they got tickets to Sunset Boulevard with Nicole Scherzinger when I was on the West End, and everyone else was like, oh, fine, I'll go. And I was like, yes, like I'll fucking go. And we were sat in the audience, and you know, the other colleagues, bless them, they were lovely. They just really weren't into it, and they were like drinking wine from the bottles and talking and texting. I was literally about to like rip the wine bottle out of their hand and throw it away. And then after they're like, I just didn't get it. It's really weird. And I literally sobbed, being like, I'm on the wrong side of the stage. I should be on stage. I should be Norma. So I've always felt that I cannot sit at a desk. Yeah.
Another one of your talents, you can sing.
Thank you.
And I learned this about you in your show. You do a bit of singing when you're kind of impersonating yourself as a child.
I'm actually doing a little more in the reimagined version for Fringe.
Are you?
There are costumes.
There are costumes.
There will be.
As in,
do you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs? I will wear wigs, basically. And that's all I can say, Emma.
Oh my God, I'm really excited.
You should come again.
Yeah, I will. Do you get a lot of the stick from men being like, oh, I just don't find women funny?
100%. And I literally love it because that's what I wrote like my thesis thing on, and like why femininity isn't like associated with humor, because humor is very dominant and masculine. There's a lot of philosophical theories around that, but there are answers as to why like it makes them uncomfortable to find women funny. Like they can find women funny. This is very generally speaking, but I can find a woman funny if like you're like maybe like a very mask presenting lesbian, or there were like 3 things. Women like androgenize themselves to be more approachable because it's confusing to have like to be sexy and funny.
Yeah.
Or they self-deprecation. They like make fun of themselves. Men don't mind that. Or they're just performing to like a niche audience like other women or like LGBTQ people. So that was really fucking confusing and didn't make any sense. But basically, yes. Whenever I'm on nights out, guys are like, tell me a joke then. And like women just don't say that. They just don't say that to me. And
I've just started saying now, I just don't find men funny.
I don't. I don't. Like, I hope, like, Kevin Hart isn't listening to this, but my friend went to Kevin Hart and was like, I left. Which is really interesting because it's, like, he's huge. But that's what I always reassure myself on is, like, comedy is subjective all the time.
Yeah, comedy is subjective 100%. There's so many people that, like, are massive that I just would, like, I would really struggle to laugh at them in the slightest. But people are objectively funny, I think.
Yeah, but there's just jokes and humor that a certain type of like vulgar humor or like
I
don't know.
Men seem to think that the only thing women joke about is vaginas.
I don't think I did joke about vaginas, didn't I? I don't think I said vagina once on my show. I think I actually said a lot. But it's not like Usually when I'm seeing guys, they're like, can I come to your show? Is it like all about sex and stuff? And I think I talk about sex once.
No, you don't.
No, it's not very like, and then I was alright, him and this and that. And like, it's all very innocent, I would say.
How would you feel about talking about stuff like that on stage with your
My
mum
second
there?
show is about that.
Oh.
My second show is about being in your 20s, and I have already done some nights around London where I try it for 20, 30 minutes, and it's so fun. Because it's like
Really?
current topics, current times, and
Yeah.
like quite relatable for... But it's, again, it's not like... I don't think it's extremely vulgar. Like, I think my humour is very, like, silly, and being silly and awkward and... cricky. Just not like other girls, Emma.
And just a bit weird. Do you think being like, well, not that you're in a relationship, but do you think
If he ever listens to this, I think I've known him about 3 weeks, so he's gonna be like, what the fuck? He won't listen to this, he doesn't have social media. Pretty cool.
Oh, love, green flag.
I know.
Do you find seeing someone takes away from getting good stories and content?
Yep. It also
Sometimes
takes
you're like-
away from like, whenever I'm like dating someone, I'm like girly and cute. I'm like, no, I'm not funny, stop. At the beginning. And I like stop making like sketches and stuff and being like vulgar and goofy and doing all that kind of stuff. Like when I'm
kind of fall into a bit of a
I just fall into a little bit of like a let me cook for you
little
and be
fairy.
feminine and suck you off, and you know what I mean? Like it's all like master. But like when I like am focusing on a man, I'm like, you know, fuck man, it's all about comedy. This is hilarious. Do you know what I mean?
The accent you do of the rugby boys is so funny.
Thank you.
I feel like it just came out a bit there.
It did. It's what I grew up with. It's like
Okay.
I could name 3 people, first and second names right now that is based on.
They're always so accurate. Your
It's
TikToks of it.
piercing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
It
really
really fucking
piercing.
hits your inner fucking eardrum. My brother. You wouldn't mind me saying that. Yeah, it is piercing. I already know I have a little bit of it.
Did you go to uni in Dublin?
Trinity.
Oh, did you?
I know.
You were surrounded by it then. I always wonder this about people that aren't from where you're from. Can they tell a posh from a non-posh accent? Do you know what I mean? Like, if I was to listen to like a French person, I can't tell
I know, yeah.
who's posh and who's not.
A good few people like ask if I'm American, which is like really...
I used to get that all the time in
Yeah.
Australia when I
Yeah.
worked in a bar. People would always ask me, was I American? I
Yeah.
really hated that, actually. I was like, surely I don't sound that close to Americans for you to be...
I know. I think like a few people have said to me that they think an Irish accent is absolutely hate him, but Conor McGregor, like that's what they think an Irish accent is.
Yeah, I think we're definitely closer to American than English accents.
Yeah.
But yeah, can you tell like a northern posh accent from a not?
No, is there a big difference?
Do you never see the skits on TikTok of people taking the piss out of a really posh?
Are you allowed
Like-
to do them or no? Is that absolutely cancelable?
No, I can do. I need to think. I'm not good like you on the spot where I would need to think of a how would I say? Oh my god, give me a sentence.
Okay, I'm here in Spotify and I'm recording with Rachel Galvo.
I'm here in Spotify and I'm recording with Rachel Galvo. Like it's really like dragged out and like
That's posh.
ooh, it's like that.
Just sounds like a fucking privileged boy, to be honest. Like you could put that on any accent. Like you're joking me.
Yeah.
My dad's paid my phone bill.
Literally like that, yeah. But people always I mean, I get the allegations too, but from the school I went to, it's like the generic methody girl accent is like really whiny and disgusting.
Really posh like that. No? Is that right?
Nearly.
Nearly.
You're getting it.
You're getting it. No, fuck. I'm going really like Dairy Girls.
Yeah, you're going very Dairy Girls
Sorry.
now. So, at the moment when you're like not touring and doing shows, what does a day look like for you in London? I'm really interested in this.
Okay. So I will usually have like a few different meetings with this so-called team I was talking about that's going to Edinburgh. So I have like...
VT.
Shut up! One of my meetings that I just had to be late for this for was with my personal trainer, who actually just got hit by a car.
Oh, Jesus.
I know. She came in and she was like, I've been hit by a car. I was like, hey, enough about you. So I'm thinking I'm working on my glutes for the summer. Yeah. So I gym. I go to my meetings, but my days are always different, flexible. I try to do like comedy club like twice a week.
As in you perform?
Yeah.
Really?
But not like from the Shite Feminist, like working on new bits to add
stuff?
into a new show.
Is
But I
that
wouldn't
just
really-
the one? Is it Top Secret Comedy Club or what
I
do you
have
call
not been invited there yet,
it? Okay.
but I'm willing to get the invite and accept. But like Bill Murray or Clapham Comedy, like any of those kind of things, Clapham.
Okay.
And yeah, it's really fun. Actually, no, it's quite scary.
Do you do a lot of writing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like my whole notes app is just full of shit, but it's interesting.
Are
It's
you
really
a digital writer as opposed to in a book?
Oh yeah. Well, no, I have my laptop Word, I have my notes app on phone, and then I have like my little notebook. Sketches I'll usually write out. My phone is like okay, let me go into my notes app and see what's the last thing.
My notes app is a scary place
Staying
to
at your
be.
granny's as a child, takes a massive bra, takes teeth out and puts it in the glass side bed, like stuff like that. I don't know, that would be a funny sketch.
Little ideas as you think of them.
Yeah, the all girls and all boys schools getting together for musicals. The difference. Oh, I'm going to talk about the difference between getting the morning after pill in Ireland versus England.
Why do you find it very different?
Yeah, it's so different. Like, is it taboo to get a morning after pill?
No, not at all.
Okay, so I got the morning after pill and and I was hyping my fucking self up for this, okay? Because I was like last time I got it in Ireland, I remember going in full of shame. I was like, I need the morning after pill.
Yeah,
She's
you
like,
say it
"Sorry?
as quietly as
morning after
possible.
pill." Sorry, dear, I can't do you. I said, I need a morning after pill. Okay, come into this room now. And then they'll like take your name and they'll be like, Rachel, do you know that this is a sin, XYZ? And I'm like, I know. It's like, you really shouldn't be doing this. And I was hyping myself up to do it in England, in London. And I was like, hi, I need the morning after pill. He was like, yeah, no problem. The £15 one or the £30 one? I was like, oh, fuck it, £30, we're celebrating. And then I just went off, you know? Whereas in Ireland, they have to watch you swallow it and everything. It's really weird.
Like when I got it once when I was like 17, I remember it being the whole like bring you into a room, ask you if it was like your boyfriend
Consensual,
or
everything. Yeah.
But then like I got one a couple of years ago and it was very much just over the counter and it was same place, like it was in Belfast.
Really?
So I don't know, maybe they've had to change it a little bit.
Yeah, well, I'll kind of, flourish it up and expand it, and it'll be funny. I'll
Yeah.
write something into the new show. My new show is all about your 20s in London, and they're supposed to be your Sex in the City years, and then how things don't really work out that way.
Okay. The reality
The
of it.
reality, yeah. Because I'm 25 now, so I'm right in the middle. So
Are
it's
you
like,
only
what have I learned?
25?
Yeah.
Really?
What did you think?
I don't know, I feel like you've really got your shit together for 25.
Oh God, are you serious? Oh my God, I look around at my friends. I'm like, wow, you will be able to buy a house. Congratulations. Like, I'm... Wow. That's nice of you. Thank you.
How long have you been in London now?
3 years.
Do you like it?
I love it. But it did take a long time to warm up to it.
Mm.
Like, I only moved here for acting school and found it super intense at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really, really intense. And I honestly think it took 2 years before it felt like my home. Like, now when I go back to Dublin, I love it. But, like, I don't have a room in my family home anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always like, I can't wait to get back to, like, my room. Even though my family in Ireland is my home, I do think, like, my physical house with my best friends is, like, my home here.
Okay, so you do have good friends here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it makes all the difference, like, if you live near friends as well in London, because there'd be nothing worse than living, like, complete opposite side where it literally takes, like, over an hour to get to.
It's really
people you
hard.
know.
We do live very far from, like, a lot of my close friends, but the 2 girls I live with are, like, my best friends. So we're very, like, family in that way, which is really nice.
Yeah, that is nice. Are they, like, 9 to 5?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah. The people I live with have very serious, like, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. jobs. Yes. My best friends. I won't name them because I forgot that privacy is a thing. Used one of their second names in a sketch I submitted, and they were about like a pope, and it was like Cardinal XYZ and their second name, and I told them, they're like, what? Like, oh shit, I forgot privacy was a thing,
Yeah, sometimes I do forget this. But I think I've got good at it recently, but then there are moments where I'm like, my boyfriend literally does have like a corporate job that he has to show up for every day, and like I'm just like plastering him all over my
Does he ever
everything.
feel weird about it? Does he say anything?
No, he likes it. He's wee bagel boy, like.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah, no, he loves the camera. But but sometimes I don't know if I overstep the mark a bit. I'm like, he does have to like show his face and interact with people that are probably sending the shit around.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
always
scary.
think about when I was in my office job, my TikToks would get sent around.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Do you think TikTok helps you with boosting your
100%.
shows and
I
stuff?
wouldn't have like I hadn't done comedy before, and the only reason those shows sold out was because of TikTok.
Really?
Yeah, I did not have to prove myself, which is awful. Like it actually could have been a mess. You know what I mean?
Did you get nervous before going on stage?
I used to literally black out and want to pull the fire alarm. Like people used to be like, "How is that?" And I would be like, "I have no idea." And now I'm just like, comedy is subjective. You know, if half the audience don't like it, but the other half fucking love it, and I connect with them. And the most important thing is to have a good time and think you're funny. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I don't really get nervous anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've never tried out the beta blockers before a show?
What do they do?
They just like slow your heart rate down so you can't go like away with the fairies.
But I need I need to get.
Yeah, you need to get a bit
loopy-woo-woo.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
Yeah, I've stopped like drinking so much. I used to
Yeah.
literally drink a bottle of champagne per show. Sounds so sick. Like,
Bottle of champagne.
yeah, because
Of all
Noah used to send
things.
me a lot of champagne. So like, there's so much in my shed now. But I am at home and my family doesn't bloody drink. So
Do they none of them drink?
not really. My mum doesn't drink, and we're not like big drinkers really.
Right,
No.
okay.
So I mean, my dad, yeah, but it's beer. But yeah, the girls are like, "Can you just get them shipped over here?" I'm like, yeah, kind of hoping for that.
So you wouldn't even drink at all now for shows?
I have like a vodka soda lime as like a support animal. Like
Okay.
it's kind of on stage and I sip on it, but I really like do think even one drink would make me slower to responses, or I don't know, you say things so quickly that maybe like you could say something that someone could take offense to or something, and I don't know, you know, but that's
Yeah.
just comedy. That's just the gig.
Yeah. Do you ever have that fear of like saying saying something very cancelable when you're doing comedy?
No, I mean it is a script. Like, you
Yeah.
know, the show is a script, and you don't want to offend people, but I know what's in my script isn't
Yeah.
like there's
Offensive
nothing.
material.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
Maybe
written
to
it
the
in the
nuns.
first place. Yeah, absolutely to the nuns. If you're hyper religious, it is very offensive. But so is the Catholic Church. So is the whole patriarchal smoothie that is the Catholic Church. So
Oh my god, yeah, the time you were the night you were doing Belfast when I saw you, wasn't that like the day after we got a new pope or something?
yes, the
day?
American Pope. Brilliant.
We need a sexy pope.
Or a woman.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
Just a sexy pope, like?
Yeah, like a young one.
Yeah.
Why are they all fucking like 90?
Do you not think like having like a young sexy pope would bring a lot of people to the Catholic Church?
But do we want people like?
No, actually, we probably don't.
I have been thinking so much about religion lately because it's like I was raised Catholic, and I do have like a lovely nostalgic feeling when I think about, you know, Christmas Day in the church or the Nativity or communions and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. But you know, when you really pick it apart and look at a lot of my jokes in the show, but like, you know, there's not a lot of female role models, or, you know, did you ever watch Conclave?
No.
Oh, you need to watch it.
Something about me is that I've never seen anything ever.
Yeah, and you don't know who any famous people are. Like, I think I mentioned about 3 people before this podcast who are very obviously like big Irish names. You're like, who?
No, I think I live under a rock sometimes.
That's really nice though.
But then I'm also chronically online, so I actually don't get it. I'm just consuming the biggest load of garbage.
You should watch
but-
Conclave.
Okay.
It's really good. And it's all about, like, it's just crazy that all the cardinals and popes and all have always just been men.
Oh, it's all about that.
A little bit about that. And then, like, silencing women and the role of, like, people are going to be like, yeah, that's actually not what it means. But the, like, head honcho nun in there probably, like, does the most shit, but she's still kind of, like, not really in a position of power and kind of gets treated like shit, etc. It's mad.
Wow.
Yeah, it is crazy. Anyway, so I don't know. I get very confused about the Catholic Church. I really don't agree with a lot of their teachings,
Yeah.
same-sex marriage and all that kind of stuff. I just don't get it.
Would your family be quite do they still kind of practice?
They feel the same as me. No. Like, we'll go to church on Christmas Day because that's like,
tradition.
I don't know,
kind
and
of
probably
thing.
for like my grandparents
Yeah.
and stuff. But I think they would feel the exact same way. Like, they're not traditional. They're not.
Yeah.
They're super woke. We're all super woke as privileged white people can be, you know.
Do you enjoy your mum coming on the road with you?
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I like have turned like superstitious, a little stitious now about like if she's not with me. She's just like, it's a really hard thing to get up in front of a new audience and just be by yourself, and there's a hyping up and a coming down that you need someone that you trust there.
Yeah.
And she'll tell me the truth as well, you know, whereas like if my managers are there, they'll be like, you were amazing. Whereas my mum would be like, that part wasn't, like, you've done that better, you know?
God, I would not take that well. I'd be like, you hated it. You hated
I
every
know,
second.
I used to, but now I'm like, it's actually my job. I need to. Something I can't do is when like the show gets recorded, watch it back. Like I've paid a lot of money for people to record my shows and I've never once watched them.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
No.
I would give myself the ick.
Yeah, I have the ick majorly for myself, 100%. But I just send it to people to watch and give me notes.
And analyse it.
Yeah.
Such a random question. What kind of summer are you having this summer? Is it a hot girl summer? Is it a celibate summer? Is it a full bush and a thong summer? What are we feeling? What's the vibes?
It's a really, this is so boring, but it's a very busy work summer.
Is it?
It's a really busy work summer because I've got the Fringe all of August. Every single night of August. So before then, July is warm-up shows and prep for that.
Oh, Jesus.
So boring. Yeah, no, like my calendar looks like depressing.
Okay.
But blessed.
Yeah.
Too blessed to be stressed. I was supposed to go with a big group of my girlfriends to Jersey Shore.
Uh-huh.
And we were supposed to rent a house. They're all going, but I pulled out because the United States of America is
A crazy,
cuckoo Lulu, and I
crazy
don't even
place.
want to like go in there.
Yeah.
And like it's just really sad and scary. And B, I just couldn't with work, unfortunately. Which is so boring. But the type of summer I'm having, I feel like really confident in myself.
That's good.
For like the first time. Usually I'm quite terrified of summer and getting into, I think it's a combination of like really embracing who I am as a person, because my career has allowed me to feel more comfortable in my personality and sense of humor.
Yeah.
And that's really, I don't know, I've just worked on that, being happy with myself a lot. And also my relationship with food has got a lot better, and I've started like lifting heavy and working out, and I'm probably eating more than I've ever eaten.
That's such a good feeling.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
And like not, I think I've always like restricted, like counted calories, done this, done that. And now I'm just like nourishing my body and lifting really heavy, and I feel really strong and really healthy. And I'm focusing on things like muscle mass and like bone density rather than like the scales, you know?
Got a muscle, mommy. Look at that.
Wait, it doesn't even...
This lighting also is making it look particularly good, isn't it? Wow.
Thank you. You should see my ass. Joking.
That's a good place to be in coming into summer.
Yeah, it is.
I always think it's nice when you're in that place with food where you're eating the most but thinking the least about it.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing worse than being like, I only have X amount of calories left. How am I
Oh,
going to spread them out over the day?
Jesus.
You know?
Everyone needs to be released from the shackles of calorie counting, honestly.
I know. Like, I went... Oh, I feel weird talking about weight, but when I went away to like South Africa. I went to New York with friends before I shouldn't have gone. It's kind of crazy Lulu in New York. But I went to New York with friends because it had already been booked. I went to Portugal. I went to all these things because that was my summer holidays, kind of, because summer was so busy. And ate in buffets. And I don't know how I ended up losing weight. But it was just like, I just did not think. I just didn't think. I was super happy, you know?
Yeah. I'm really bad, though, for when it's like a buffet, help yourself type of situation. I will be going back up for fits.
Well, you bring Tupperware. I bring Tupperware. That's what we did in Portugal, because it was just a house of all of us, and we would wrap things in napkins. We were making sandwiches. We were getting the Nutella packets, fresh fruit. It was fabulous. What kind of summer are you having, Emma?
What kind of summer am I having? My new thing is like... Everyone's talking about having like full bush and a bikini, but I'm all about the lips hanging out these days.
100%.
I've really noticed recently.
How long are your lips?
I mean, I haven't measured them, but I've come to the conclusion that I have larger than normal lips,
Nice.
right? And how I came to this conclusion, I kept like, I'd be wearing a thong with like a skirt or dress, and I'd be like, my lips are actually hanging out right now. Like, I'm in public, what's going on down there? Or like, I'd be sitting on a chair, like, okay, this is happening, yeah. And then it was like a fleeting thought, you know, didn't think like too much about it. And then I was watching Olivia Attwood's Price of Perfection, and there was an episode on vaginas and people getting like labiaplasties and their lips, it basically like chunks of skin taken off to make it smaller.
I know.
And I just remember the girl that had like complained about it so much, and she said it was like such a insecurity of hers, and I was like, Jesus, girl, mine are way bigger than that, and I've never thought twice about it. So now my whole new shtick is I'm all about the lips hanging out.
I'm all about that as well, and I think that I've always had like an obsession with my boobs because, and I've always said since I was about 16, you know, the moment I have enough money, like I'm gonna get my boobs done because they don't look like, you know, what I've seen in porn, or because they don't look like what I've seen in movies. And then I, you know, met someone else and they were like, I'm gonna get my like labia done or whatever, me lips.
Me
And
lips.
I was literally like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing. And then I don't know, it's just funny.
I think people can genuinely like create insecurities of things you weren't even aware of by just talking about them. Do you know what I mean?
Joke about this, but
What?
someone in my family when I was 17 was like, oh, we're so fucked with our noses. And I was like, what? And ever since then, I hated my nose.
But you know what I mean? Something you never would have thought of before, and then
I
someone just
know.
puts it into your brain.
I know, that's the social media thing, isn't it? Like, I didn't even know that forehead size was a thing, or like these things, or under eye. And like, I was telling you earlier, when I was in acting school, for some reason became so obsessed with like filling my face with Botox, like actually filling my face with Botox in acting school, mind you. And then I got an audition for Les Mis, and I was like, Mom, my day has come. I've been waiting for this since I was 3. And they asked me to sing the song 3 times, and they're like, just try do it again with emotion.
Give us anything.
Give us
literally.
anything. So she's literally like out in the street and everyone's dying because it's the French Revolution. Try and give us like one tear, anything. And I looked like literally a Cheshire cat. Like it was so bad. So now I'm kind of like,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
I mean, expression is really important.
Yeah, in that field, I'd say so.
Yeah. God, I love a bit of Botox though. I really do. I know it's awful. There's, you know, it's lovely. It's gorgeous.
I actually love what it does to your skin as opposed to
glass skin.
Yeah, like if not for wrinkles, I would just get it done for my skin.
Yeah. Have you ever had it?
I have, but I really try to not get sucked into the cycle of getting it, seeing it wear off, getting it straight away.
Oh, I was in that for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I mean, auditions started coming and I was like, I look crazy Lulu.
The thing is, I don't think we should be looking at our faces as much as we do. And the reason I got it in the first place was because I was seeing my face so much when I was editing back the podcast episodes. And so you would see your face moving in a way that you don't see it move when you just look in the mirror before you're going out of the house. You know what I mean? And I was like, this
100%.
actually isn't normal. And also, it's only an insecurity because I'm looking at myself in this way, but no one else looks at themselves in that way.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just need to be a little bit more detached from it, I think.
I agree. The worst is like on like morning AM TV. Oh my God. I remember I got off a flight from like, I don't even know where. And I was up at like 5 a.m. and there's a comment about my under eyes. And it was like, immediately started spiraling and looking up lower blepharoplasties, everything. And then I was like, but what are we actually comparing it to? Are there people we see on the TV who've probably all had lower blepharoplasties? Like, let's like show normal things as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know, 100%. Yeah, they say in LA getting like an upper bleph is just the same as getting your eyebrows done.
Literally. It's awful, isn't it? But then everyone's going to look the same, and I bet you it's going to become a trend in a few years' time to like have like, I don't know, bags under your eyes or a hump in your nose or XYZ, and people want to go the other way.
Yeah.
People will just want what isn't like common.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just want to look a little different. So once everyone is fucking stick thin because of Ozempic, people want curves.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So just stick to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, they say the muscle mommy trend is really coming back because of Ozempic making everyone super tiny.
But Ozempic, it's also making people lose muscle mass.
Yeah.
Like they look like cray-cray.
Yeah. I know some people's faces are like hollowed out. It's crazy.
100%. How's your mental health?
My mental health, as I said, I've had like quite a good stable year, but I do go through phases. I don't know, it might be OCD, it might be ADHD, I don't really know what it is. I get like really...
Which come hand in hand.
Really?
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
I get really intrusive thoughts sometimes, and I'll go through like phases of it, but recently I haven't been getting that.
Okay.
But when I get it, it like really consumes me and takes over my life. But you know what, how it like really shows up in me is I will pick my lips apart and my whole face, and I like can't risk going into the bathroom ever because I will find myself 2 hours later with my face like bright red, having squeezed every pore, and it's like I don't know, it's like a compulsive thing that I just...
Is that a compulsion you do when you have a scary thought that you feel like you have to...
No, it's like I need to get rid of all the gunk in my body and squeeze it all out.
That's the intrusive thought.
Yeah.
Why do you think you need to get rid of the gunk?
because I'm like, I just see it staring at me, and I'm like, that's so bad, get it out of my
That's
system.
sapoic or something. People get that like a focus on. So I read this thing last night, and this guy had like you can really really focus and not stop thinking about a certain part of your body. So like some people like can't stop being aware of like a tongue in their mouth, and it like, drives them
Right.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
And then
Oh no, now you said
no,
that.
you'll be fine. I remember as a kid like being like, if I don't think about breathing, I will stop breathing. You know.
But yeah, like I'll sit there and just chew my lips to bits, and then they'll like be bleeding by the evening and stuff. And then I have words with myself, and I'm like, okay, now you stop it. 3, 2, 1, stop. And then I'll just find myself subconsciously doing it again. So I don't know. There's something there. What that is, TBC.
TBC. I don't
I'm
know
like
what
one of
that
those
is.
people. I always like when I'm going through a bad patch of intrusive thoughts. I'm like, I need to get this sorted. I need to speak to someone. I need to get diagnosed, whatever. And I'll put all the wheels in motion, contact the people, but then never actually set up the appointment. Because then I'll have a phase of being better again,
Being
and I'm
better.
like, I'm fine.
My therapist used to always say, do the work when you're feeling good.
Yeah.
Because you can't, it's very hard to pull yourself up when you're in
you're
a bad
in it.
place. And it's also like you can't really have a clear like thought process when I'm really bad.
Yeah.
I can't even think clear enough to help myself. You
Yeah.
know? So you do need to do the work when you're good.
I know, but then I'm like, am I cured?
100%. Yeah. I'm like, I don't think I'll ever have a bad thought again. I think I'm actually perfectly fine. And then you get it and you're like, oh, I'm drowning.
I think I do like to think myself into like my natural state is me being mentally unwell. So I will try and find ways to put me back into that sometimes.
Mentally unwell with anxiety, with depression, with...
Like, I don't know either. I just love to like try and find a way to make myself back. But my life is so stable at the moment, so I can't find anything to put me back there. So it's like...
That's good.
Yeah, it's a good
that's
thing.
Great. That's really, really great. Congratulations. That's really nice.
Thank you.
What age are you?
I'm 27.
Are you? You're so youthful.
Do you think?
Yeah, you are. I was really so taken aback by how petite you are. Like a tiny little Barbie doll Sylvanian.
I think this about everyone you meet on that you've seen on social media. You always just assume everyone to be of such like grand stature
I
when
thought
you
you
see
would
them
be
on.
so tall. Yeah, you
People
have
say this about me.
such a positive energy and like confidence that just like...
I thought
exudes
that. Do you
from your
know
pores.
someone I thought would be like that? Keelan as well. That you were on
Oh, but
Keelan's
she's
podcast.
so small,
She's
isn't she?
tiny.
I know.
She's like a little doll as well.
She's so cute.
I know. I was shook when I first met her. I was like, God, I expect you to be about 7 foot.
I know. What did you think I would look like?
Well, I saw you on
Like a first
stage.
date. Oh yeah, never mind. Okay.
And you just have like such a big stage presence.
Yeah. I do. I love to run around a stage. I feel quite comfortable on a stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like I look at you on stage and I'm like, she's in her natural habitat.
I do feel very comfortable up there.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, I really would love to be on stage with other people.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's fun. It really is fun. But it's a very lonely lifestyle. I grew up doing like shows with lots of people, and that's the most fun is when you work towards something with a team of people and it satisfies that, like, I think that's like a human need,
Yeah.
right, to work teamwork and work towards something.
Yeah,
So, like,
that
kids do, like,
community
team
and then
sports,
the
100%.
sense after of
Yeah,
like, oh my God, we just
accomplishment,
did that
achievement,
thing.
100%. Yeah. And then if it goes badly, it's not all on you. You're like, that was Tom from accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or there's a couple of things that need worked out, but it's not any individual person's
100%.
kind of, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. What's
Sharing
the
the
last
load.
show you saw in London?
At the Brightening Air.
I
With
don't know
Chris
that.
O'Dowd from Bridesmaids and
Oh, is this
Moonboy
the
and
one
all
you were
this.
talking
Yeah,
about?
I think Brendan Gleeson's son. The main girl in that, I need to find her name. I literally messaged her on Instagram to say like she was the most incredible actress I've ever seen. And I'm writing a TV show and I don't even want to, no, I will say her name because that's not nice. Rosie Sheehy. But no one fucking take her because when I write my TV show and it goes live in 3 to 4 years, she's playing the lead.
Is that the kind of lead time on when you write things would be like 3 to 4 years?
Well, I don't know because you write a pilot and then it gets a green light and you have to send it around to different production companies and then I think it's long. I don't know. I've never done it before. And
Yeah.
also I can't go straight into writing my own TV show. Maybe I can, but it's good to get experience writing in other things.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
open for business.
But
Do I
you
need
see,
to stop looking at the camera?
yeah, you're doing like the kind of office like side eye to the camera.
The Fleabag thing.
Yeah, you would do musicals then.
I would do plays and musicals. I'd love to do TV. I would love to do a TV show. I think that would be really, really fun. Like
Yeah.
a comedy drama.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I'd absolutely love it.
Have you any experience on TV?
No.
Any extra? Extra work?
Yeah. When I was a teenager, I did some like short film stuff and all that. But stage is like, I find it easier on stage because it's bigger and more dramatic. And then
Okay.
when I did like acting for camera classes in college, he was like, I need you to tone this down. Like, this
Yeah,
is
you-
kind of crazy, Lulu. He was like, I can see that you're like, you know, happy. You don't need to be like
Yeah, it's a bit more low key.
it is. It's more like a feeling.
Yeah.
And the camera picks it up rather than like
big dramatic.
Yeah. facial expressions. Yeah.
Have you seen J.K. Rowling sucks, boo, but have you seen the Harry Potter show?
No, but the guy that also likes Harry Potter, and we're like, well, we go see it. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah, it's a whole day affair.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Tell me how it works.
So you're in the theatre from, I want to say 12 o'clock or 1, and you don't leave until 9 p.m.
Wait.
But like, sorry,
not a
you
lunch?
do leave, but like you don't finish until 9 p.m. It's essentially 2 full shows. So you have one with like a middle, and then you have a long 2.5 hour break to go get dinner, and you come back for your second show, which again has a middle 20-minute break.
Was it worth it?
It was really good.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if okay, yeah.
But then I was going because we know someone that had a part in it.
Oh my god.
And so it was like his first month of doing it. We all went over from Belfast, and
that's so cool.
that was really sick. But like, had he have not been in it, would I be giving my money towards J.K. Rowling? I don't think so.
I know. God, it's really, really unfortunate, that whole thing, because she's a complete and utter asshole, like a fucking asshole. And
God, she goes out of her way to be an
asshole.
asshole. Like, she makes it very.
She has these awful claims, and you could be like, I apologise, XYZ, and she's like, I stand by what I say, and I'm saying even more shit.
And I'm funding a load of money towards
Anti-trans.
it. Yeah, crazy.
It's also like, I just really actually don't understand that sort of hate. I'm like, how is this impacting your life?
I was saying this the other day because there's been all these riots going on. I don't know if you've seen videos of it in Northern Ireland. And I was just like, I don't get how anyone can be so full of rage and hate towards a person or a group of people. It's like, where is that coming from?
I think that's a personal issue with these people.
Yeah.
Like, they're not impacting your life.
Yeah. Like, I promise you would live a much more peaceful life if you just learned to just treat everyone as humans and relax.
Yeah, or
Like,
fix problems closer to home. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I promise you they're not the problem here.
Yeah.
You have some issues.
Or literally, like, take that energy and find a hobby. Like, literally
Hobby, bake a
start,
cake,
yeah. Find a little community.
walk the dog, anything.
Do
Read a book,
anything.
do some gardening. You could have a happy life if you weren't out screaming and shouting and swinging your tiny dick around.
I know, and it's so insane. And like, it's as well with what's happening in America and in Gaza, and like, not to compare any of those things, but just, I don't like, we all literally need to go back to school and learn just like common decency and manners.
It's like really, really terrifying, the people that run countries, isn't it?
It's so scary.
I know 3-year-olds smarter than them. Like,
Yeah.
it really is.
People in America really, as like people that are proper like MAGA supporters, they really take every
thick.
word as gospel
They're so
that he
thick.
says.
You know, I know it's really awful what's going on, but those interviews are so funny when they like,
Yeah.
I don't
They
even know
catch
an
them
example. They
out,
catch them out
yeah.
and they're like, I saw one recently. It's like, oh, you know, fuck pride with these people flying their flags. You know, why are they so proud? And then it's people with like MAGA and like American flags. They're like, yeah, fuck them. It's really weird to wave flags. Like, that's a bad example, but it's just so funny, always catching them out.
Yeah, I love those videos.
Stupid dumb
but
them.
they never pick up on the fact that they've been called
They're
out.
so stupid. They're so stupid. I'm so sorry. They're so unbelievably stupid. And Elon Musk and Donald Trump
Have they
break up.
fallen out? What has
Elon Musk is
happened?
high on ketamine, so I don't even know.
Is he?
Oh my god, he was like microdosing ketamine for months.
Oh.
And now, I don't know if he's come off it, but he's seen the light.
And the light is not Donald Trump.
The light is not Donald Trump, and the light is not Elon Musk either. Do you know what I
No.
mean? It really
I
isn't.
don't think either of them are helping
put
us
a
on
woman in
this.
power. Someone put a fucking
Literally.
woman in power. I swear to God.
I know. There's a reason why men are not good at these jobs, because they lack empathy.
I know, and saying a woman
Like,
is emotional is
serious empathy.
hilarious when you see this kind of like breakup plastered all over.
I know.
You know, fighting on Twitter or X or whatever it's called. Ugh, whatever it's called. I don't even know. It's just so funny. It's just so. It's actually not funny. Sorry, it's not funny at
it's
all,
actually, there's nothing funny about the situation. It is so bleak.
but do we desensitize? Like, I don't. It's so incredibly sad, everything that's happening. How do you live your life?
And also, I feel like because of TikTok and the way algorithms work, people are only going more into their holes. more into like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People aren't like opening themselves up to even like hearing the other side anymore. The way people used to like, you know, be a bit more swayed by one thing or the other.
Because
It's
you
like,
can just scroll.
yeah, exactly.
And then see something funny and scroll and see something sad and scroll and see someone raising money because they need to get brain cancer surgery and scroll. And you're not meant to be feeling all these different feelings every 6 seconds.
Yeah,
you know?
sometimes I catch myself like if I've like gone on my phone when I first wake up or like before I'm going to bed, and I'll catch that like 10 minutes where you've gone through all the emotions and all the things, and I'm like, God, that was not normal.
100%. And I find if I wake up and don't go straight on my phone, I'm in a completely different space that day
Yeah.
than I would be if I invest myself in like the online world before
Yeah.
I get out of bed.
Yeah, 100%. My friend that I was at Beyonce with last night, she just completely deletes Instagram and TikTok off her phone for during the week, and I was like, God, that's a really nice, peaceful way to live.
We can't do that though.
I know.
It's our jobs.
But then I love to make that excuse, but like,
Yeah, we could.
my 9-hour screen time is not because
it's
I'm
not
working.
for work. No. It does not equate to income at all. I guess we could post and not scroll. You do, in a way, have to know what's going on.
You do and you don't.
No.
Like,
Yeah, no, you don't, actually. Sorry. I just did a sketch about, like, Irish grannies. Like, that's nothing to do with politics or anything. No.
Yeah, I think maybe I could do with finding a different source of attaining my media and my news rather than
I
TikTok.
remember my dad used to say, like, read the fucking newspaper.
Yeah, honestly, bring newspapers back at this point.
Are they gone? Were they gone?
Like, my dad still drives and gets a newspaper on a
So
Sunday.
does mine. We get it delivered. And I would be so sad if I woke up on a Sunday and didn't see all the newspapers played out.
But I've never once expressed any interest in looking at that newspaper.
It's very long. But that's the illness of our generation.
But I don't even like watching the news on TV.
Well, when I was young and anxious, riddled mind, they had to block all the news channels because I would
Really?
literally like, oh my
Send
God,
yourself
I would
into a
like
spiral?
be vomiting, crying.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I was a super sensitive child.
Oh my goodness.
Like crazy woo. I used to actually break out of the classroom and sprint down the highway. It's not the highway, the dual carriageway after my
Life is a highway.
after my mom's Land Rover. Yeah, Rescue Remedy was like my bottle, like my milk.
Do you think that works?
No. Well, actually, yeah, it's alcohol.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very high alcohol percentage, so it like knocks you out a little bit. But God,
I'd say you need to be down in the whole bottle to get any alcohol effects off
probably,
that.
yeah. I'm sure it was like a little bit of like a placebo, but
Yeah.
I had crystals and stuff as well. I had a therapist who asked me to draw what I was feeling. It was just like blood and tears and death. And now I'm a comedian. So.
How young were you when you had a therapist?
Like 7. Like I had such a good childhood. Like I could not have. It's like God bless my parents because they were like, we haven't done anything wrong. Like we've done everything right, and this girl's so fucking sensitive. Like, oh my granddad, God bless him. But he used to like, God forbid, if I saw something in the newspaper like, you know, man shoots family or something, I would be up there for hours, and he would be like comforting me, like, you know, yeah. It just really, 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 really like made me so sad, and I think I've had to like learn to kind of desensitize myself from certain stuff because, you know, the lessons that my therapist used to teach me is like, you can't take on everyone's problems. You need to make a bubble around yourself and protect yourself first and stuff. And I think sometimes that can go the wrong way, and I can turn into a little bit of a bitch because I'm like, I need to get through my day and I can't let that. And it comes across as being really insensitive, which is unfortunate. But it's about finding that balance, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when COVID was happening, like I actually couldn't watch the news because it would just send me like I would have the worst day just thinking about it. So I just had to get up and pretend like it wasn't happening, which can sound really insensitive because like people were dying. It was a horrible situation, but sometimes you like the best thing you can do for yourself is block it out to an extent.
I agree, and at least we're aware that that's what we were doing. You know, it's not like complete ignorance about like. Remember Vanessa Hudgens? She's like, yeah, like people will die. Like open Whole Foods, do you know what I mean? It's like, oh God, here we go. I love Whole Foods. I love Trader Joe's.
Is there Whole Foods in London? There is, isn't there?
It's not the same.
Is it not?
No.
American grocery stores are so expensive.
They're so good. Oh,
they're insanely expensive.
Yeah,
it's
they
like
are.
$30 for a pack of strawberries, and you're like, are you having a fucking laugh?
Coffee is like $8, which is almost €8 now. Like it's really, really America's so expensive. And it's a shit show, so we'll stay here.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah. Why haven't you moved to London? Not that you have to, obviously, but it's like you're so like
Do you see me as a London person?
I just assume that you live in London. I don't know why. You're
Because I hate it here.
you. Tell
No,
me.
I don't hate it. I really enjoy the time I spend in London, but I'm always very ready to go home. I used to hate Belfast so much. I was one of those people that was like, I can't wait to leave this shit place. Like, I hate this city. And I don't know what that was. It was just like, you know, a rebellious teenager side of me wanting to be like, I'm moving anywhere but here, parents, why have you done this to me type of thing.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And then the second I did move away from home, I was like, God, Belfast is good.
Okay.
And
Did
I
you
just
move away for uni?
No, I moved to Australia. I went traveling and then I
you?
went to Australia. And I didn't go to uni till I was 22.
Really?
Yeah, so I took 4 years out.
Where in Australia did you go?
Melbourne mostly, but I travelled a
how
bit as well. For a year.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. I loved it. But I was like really crazy at the time, like working in a bar, staying up till 5 a.m. every night, like drinking 4 nights a week.
Yeah.
Then I would like get up. I was a makeup artist well, I am a makeup artist, but I was working Friday and Saturday mornings as a makeup artist. So I'd be up working at the bar till 5 a.m, set my alarm for 9 to make it to the salon for 10. Like the amount of times I would sleep in and wake up to a call from my boss being like, you've slept in again, I'm here with your client. And I'd be like, oh, holy fuck, I'm in an Uber right now.
So you didn't get to
So it's a
enjoy
very different
Australia.
stage of my life. And yeah, I wouldn't say I got to enjoy. Well, I guess I was in Melbourne. Melbourne's the party city.
Is it?
So I enjoyed that side. Yeah. That was great.
I've never been.
You should tour there. There's so many Irish there.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
This time next year is to do some of the comedy festivals. It's just hard to get over there, so I'm waiting to hear. But
Okay.
that is the plan, to go over there for a few months.
As in, hard to get over there visa wise.
For into the festivals, I think they're really, really strict.
Oh, really?
I don't know. That's what my managers tell me. Maybe they just don't want me to grow and develop and become a better performer. I don't know.
But yeah, no, I think it made me appreciate Belfast differently.
Okay.
And like, I think you don't realize how lucky you have it to be not only in like a city that's very like walkable and just quite I guess
think
it's
Belfast
quite
is
friendly
gorgeous.
to an extent, but then you're also really near the sea and really near the mountains.
Yeah.
That's very
You love
comforting to me.
nature.
Yeah.
I love that about Dublin. I think when I'm in Dublin, I get into this weird headspace of like wanting to go back to like, I don't know, just like do the normal thing.
I know what you mean. It
Yeah.
feels like everyone goes home and they just settle down and they just become like 50-year-old couples with kids.
Yeah.
And
I just
all
feel
in
like
a
there's
blink of an eye, you're like,
person I
what
should
happened?
be when I'm in Dublin.
Yeah.
I don't think if I'd stayed in Dublin, I ever would have tried comedy. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was like weird.
Whereas
you know?
when you're in London, you're not really attached to any
I don't
version
care
of
what
yourself.
anyone
Or
thinks. Yeah. I think I can be who I am in
Yeah.
London, and I really struggle to do that in Dublin. Like I still get nervous walking around Dublin.
Really?
Yeah, I get really nervous.
As in just bumping into
just-
people you know? Or
Yeah, I really cared what people thought about me growing up. Like really, really, really cared,
Mhm.
and was like very scared of more popular people or whatever, the bitchier people, and I would still get very scared of the people if I saw them walking around.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Even now?
yeah.
They're probably scared of you, babe.
Well, yeah, they're like so proud of you.
Don't say anything bad about me.
Literally.
Waiting for the next TikTok skit.
No, I wasn't like bullied or anything, but like, I don't know. People can be teenage girls are fucking bitches, aren't they?
Yeah.
It was more like
God.
even.
And I was a bitch too.
Mm.
You say that like I wasn't.
No, I definitely was. I don't know. It's more like seeing how they treated other people or treated. I don't know. I just don't think we were very well-rounded human beings. Of course we weren't. We were 15, 16, 17.
I know. Isn't it crazy to think, like, if you were to have kids and then them just grow up and be a massive bitch and you're like, I haven't taught you to do this. Where are you getting this from?
I always worry about that. But isn't it, like, it is, a lot of it is how you raise them. Like, we'll be fine if we're aware of that. No.
But
Unless
I
they
don't
have,
know.
like,
I think it's also
personality
just
disorder.
like, it's also just like the people they're with in school and social media. So I think the world's really fucking scary now bringing kids up with social media. We have as chronically online as I am and as addicted to my phone as I'm still very aware of the fact that like I know that's not real life and I know I need to detach myself from that, and there's and like, you know, times where I am spending too much time from my phone, I can recognize that and be like, okay, tomorrow I'm not going to spend too much time. Whereas like young people now, they just live their lives through their
whole lives
phones
through their
and they
phone.
don't know any different, so they don't have that like ability to be like, oh, actually that was too much, like this is just their life now.
Yeah. Like
Do you
the
know what I mean?
best time of my life was when you're like, you know, young and you're on holidays, there are no phones, you're just out playing all day, literally till it's
Yeah.
dark and getting messy, swimming in the sea, playing with like all the kids in the cul-de-sac. Like that was just so much fun, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Before any electronics were involved.
Yeah, and like it's even wild to think, like if you think about being in a bikini now versus back then, I would literally not have thought twice about being in a bikini, because in real life, in like with people that I'm with, I don't care how I look in a bikini to them.
Yeah.
But now it's like this idea of like, oh, but what if I'm photographed, or what if it's from a bad angle, or it's a day I'm bloated because you're on holidays and you're eating loads and you're drinking loads, and it's just like adds a whole other element to think about things that like you just would not have thought about before.
I totally agree. Like I tried the last holiday I was on with my friends in Portugal. We did like, I just didn't give a shit. Like even things like, oh, I shouldn't get my hair wet because I straightened it last night. Should I wear like a bit of tinted moisturizer to the beach? Like bullshit like this.
Yeah.
It's more fun literally have your belly hanging out, get a donut off the person on the
Lips
beach.
out.
Lips out, like going on the Bananarama boat, like fucking flailing all that. Like that is so fun when you don't care what people think. It's just so hard to not care what people think.
I know.
It is impossible to completely not care what people think.
Oh yeah, I don't think you'll ever like properly expel yourself from that.
I know.
It sounds nice though. It sounds peaceful.
It sounds people. I'm trying to lean more into it, but about the like, because I'm a comedian now, I'm giving myself more space to be like not prim and like not like put together, because it's like if I look awful, it can be part of the shtick. Like, and that's a little bit freeing. Do you know what I mean? But it's also I don't want to make fun of myself, so it's like a balance. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you feel comfortable wearing on stage? What's your go-to?
It used to be such a thing for me to wear like a big extravagant dress and really high heels,
Right.
because it was feeding into that like I can be feminine and funny, and it was kind of like a big fuck you to I don't find women funny people.
Right.
It was like a hyper exaggeration of femininity and a woman, and that was kind of like a little bit of a message. But now I'm like sick of fucking sending messages because I just want to not break my ankles. So I tried for this last tour to like just wear jeans and a nice
pair
top,
back.
and whatever that means, and Adidas, and I was so much happier like sprinting around the stage.
Well, yeah, because you do a lot of running around the stage. I can't imagine if
and
you
before
were
I was really restricted in my movements.
Yeah.
And,
and your facial expressions.
And I had a lot of Botox. So
you really weren't giving yourself a lot of room to
to be a human being. I was literally a doll. A stunning one, but a doll.
I heard your Christmas show was amazing though.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Who told you that?
Someone I know went to it and they were like, God, it was such a
It
performance.
was a bit of a spectacle. Like
Yeah.
I was telling someone the other day, or I was looking back through my photos, and I remember the day I was like, we need 2 12-foot Christmas trees. And they're like, it's in 3 days. I was like, make it happen. And then I had the dancers. I was like standing at the back of the
you had
theater.
dancers and all.
I know, it was so extravagant. I loved
love
it.
it.
And I had them like doing the lights, and I was like, no, start again. That looks bad. Like I was turned into a bit of a. It was so fun though. 4 nights. We had a snow machine. It was just a Christmas
Was it
night
4
out. It was
nights?
4 nights, 600 people each night. Yeah, it was great.
Where was this?
This was in the Ambassador Theatre on
don't know
O'Connell
it.
Street. I think at the end of O'Connell Street, they just reopened it. It's a great, great place. I'll probably do it again this Christmas just because like we had, Mariah Carey songs. People were up dancing,
Yeah.
snow machines, Christmas trees,
Just a bit
big
of festive fun.
sparkly red dress. It was just a load of fun.
And were you dancing?
Yeah.
Oh my God, unreal.
In those big fuck off heels, which was
Stop.
I know. It was really scary actually. But it was brilliant crack, yeah.
I need to come.
Oh,
That sounds
whenever
like
you want
such
to, yeah,
crack.
you need to come to a better shit than the Belfast one. That was a terrible fucking show, honestly. Belfast, you and your religion and politics.
Yeah, because a lot of your audience would be from the Republic.
Yes, yeah. Even when I'm like doing shows in London, I've done 3 now to maybe like 1,000 people altogether, and I say of those 1,000, like 900 of them were from the Republic of Ireland.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's my agents are always like, it's really good for you to test with new audiences. I'm like, bitch, this is not a new audience. It's just in a different location.
Yeah.
Like, this is all Dublin girls.
Yeah, the Australia tour that's actually just
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
Irish
yeah.
abroad.
People are from D4, D6, D2. I keep turning around in this chair. I'm gonna mount it soon.
I know.
I'm having a dinner party tonight, and I just bought a pasta machine, and I'm making ravioli.
Oh
You're
my
vegan, aren't
God, you have big plans ahead of you for tonight.
So you're asking what a day today looks like? Extremely busy, Emma. Extremely busy. It's work.
It's appointment after, or no, sorry, meeting. Business
Meeting
meeting
after
after
meeting after
business
meeting.
meeting.
Yeah. I have a call with the boy now.
I have a call with the boy.
Yeah.
That's in your boyfriend.
No, absolutely. He's gonna fucking see this or listen to this and be like, you psycho, I'm like literally done here.
No, but what about the pedicures in London? They're so much better than Ireland.
Well, actually, the last pedicure I got was in New York, and they rinsed me of $150.
That's crazy.
But that was my fault because I had jet lag and I was sitting there and they were like, would you like a massage? I was like, 100%. Would you like hot stones? 100%. Would you like aromatherapy, lavender for your nail beds? 100%.
Okay,
And
they
then,
got
of
you while you were
course,
awake.
They got me while I was
Weak and vulnerable.
naked and afraid. Naked and afraid in the middle of the forest.
No, that's like my one thing. Every time I come to London, I go straight to get a pedicure because
Do
you
you?
just
Where do you get
can't get them. Like that, you sit in the massage chair and they scrub the life out of your feet, and you come out like a little baby.
I get
And
the
I'm
tickles.
obsessed with
I
it.
get the tickles really, really badly. And I
Yeah.
end up, boom, kicking them in the face. That being said, I will go and get a pedicure right now.
Yeah, you should.
Thank you so
Treat
much
yourself.
for having me.
Thank you for coming.
You petite little Sylvanian. So much smaller than I thought. You carry yourself so well.
I what?
You carry yourself so well.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah,
I'm
gorgeous
so
ray of
like
sunshine.
slouched all the time.
Oh, I
Thank
wouldn't
you.
say so at all.
Okay, thanks.
I'm going to, before I go and steal some of those snacks from Spotify.
Yeah, we're gonna go raid the fridge again
They
while
won't
we can.
notice. Multi-million-dollar business. They'll be fine. We can take
Shout
some
out
dried
to
mango.
Spotify. Thank you so much for joining me today, Rachel.
Thank
Do you
you
have
for
anything to
having me,
plug?
Emma.
Edinburgh Fringe.
Edinburgh Fringe! Pleasance every night at 7 p.m. every night of August.
Every night.
Yeah, I don't have one night off.
30 days.
Because I'm not making
30
any
days
money.
and 40 nights.
At the Fringe. So
You don't make any money at the Fringe.
you don't really make money at the Fringe. No, it's more like for connections and stuff. It's so expensive.
Ah.
Like anything I could potentially make would be going towards my accommodation.
Actually.
Oh yeah.
So you very much do it for the...
You do it
For
for
the long
the
game.
experience.
Yeah.
And it's a long-term investment. It is
Okay.
a long-term I fucking hope. I mean, you could see me back in an office job in about 6 months, but it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, guys, check out Rachel Galvo on everything, really.
TikTok, Instagram.
That's
it.
Go to go to her show, The Shite Feminist,
It's good.
and come to the Christmas one as well.
Woo! We'll be there. Well, I definitely won't.
No, I will. I'm coming.
Bye, guys.
Bye.